I watched quite a few videos on YouTube, and I say within the last few days, I watched at least 4 to 5 videos where someone, mainly black males, and it's sad because we're in a day where black dudes gossip more than women do. And what do I mean by gossip? A good example is I've watched at least 4 to 5 videos where dudes was bragging about what they did for someone. One person bragged about allowing someone to wear his clothes. He needed clothes, so I gave him something to wear. I don't need those clothes anymore. I don't wear them anymore. I don't fit them, so I gave it to him. So I gave him some clothes, and I knew he was unemployed, and I knew he didn't have the money, but I gave him clothes. I let him stay in my house. I let him eat my food. I fed him, and I gave him some money. I gave him those things. So my thought is like, what's the purpose of getting on a video, letting the world know that you help someone? I've always believed that what you do in the dark will come to light. You don't have to brag about it. The Most High says, those that give in secret will be rewarded openly. You get your blessings by blessing someone in secret. You don't have to brag about what you do for someone or what you've done for someone to get recognition. Maybe in some way or another it makes you feel good that you've helped someone, that you allowed someone to wear your clothes, or you gave someone your hand-me-downs, or you allowed someone to stay in your house and eat your food. But what's the point of bragging about what you've done for someone that was in need? When I give to charity, if I help someone out, you would never know. You would never know what I do because I work in secret. There's no need for me to brag about what I gave someone or what I've done for someone. There's no need to do that. What reward am I to receive by bragging about what I've done for someone if I decide to help someone out? If I see a bum on the street and I stop to help that bum out because they're asking for money, I don't go to church and stand up and testify about how I gave this bum some money, how I allowed someone that was homeless to stay in my house. Because the Most High sees in secret, and He will reward me openly. I don't need to get a pat on the back for helping someone out. I watched a video with Boyce Watkins, and he was talking about how he gave someone some money. And they always have to throw in, I gave them some money, and they don't say it just one time. They keep saying over and over and over again so that you can actually hear them say, I gave this woman some money, or I gave this man some money. I gave them some money. I gave them $500. I gave them $1,000. What's the purpose of that? If you're gonna help someone out, you don't brag about it. You don't talk about it. You don't gossip about it. That's one of my major pet peeves right there. I cannot stand to hear someone brag about what they've done for someone. Men or so-called black males in this time are worse than women gossiping. Always bragging about what they've done for someone. This videos was good videos, had good information, good topics, but the minute they start bragging about what they have and what they gave to people, I signed out. And I also unfriended them or stopped following them or unsubscribed, as they say. So it's a major pet peeve of mine to hear someone brag about what they do for people. If it's coming from your heart, if you're sincere about helping someone out, there is no need for you to brag about it. Because when the Most High sees you in secret, when you operate in secret, when you give charity in secret, you don't need to talk about that. Because the Most High will reward you openly. And a lot of times the rewards is not just a pat on the back, but it comes back to you. You're casting your bread upon the waters, and in many days it will return to you. So you wonder why there's certain people that do so well in life. It seems like things just come easy to them. Well, it's because of what they do in secret, that they're rewarded by the universe or the Creator openly. So I just thought I had to get that off my chest. I think I'll start doing more pet peeve videos because someone might need to hear this. Someone that have that bad habit of bragging about what they've done for someone. I remember growing up, my mother used to work for these wealthy white people that lived on the lake. And I remember this white lady gave my mother a bag of clothes, a big bag of clothes, and they were good clothes. They were practically new. And she gave them to my mother because back in the 60s, man, back in that time, you had a lot of black women that were cleaning, housemaid, whatever. But my mother, she used to clean these white people's house until she finished school and she became a nurse. But she was doing that to help support the home, the family. Because those of you who grew up in the 60s, you know how things were back then. And you had white families that gave black people their hand-me-downs. Well, when my mother brought those bags of clothes home and she was going through them, I refused. Now, I'm a little nothing, but I refused, even as a child, to wear those clothes. Now, none of us, none of my sisters, nor my brother, opted to wear those clothes. We just didn't feel right wearing someone else's hand-me-downs. Now, adults, in their minds, they're thinking, these are good clothes. There's nothing wrong with these clothes. I mean, even to this day, like my granddaughter, she's got like, we have like a whole lot of clothes from when she was little. And she grew like weed, man. So she grew out of them. And a lot of these clothes still have tags on them. They're still new. Or the ones that she has worn, they're still practically new. So we have bags of them. And my little niece that was born, I had just asked myself, I told her, I said, I have a bag of clothes. If, you know, she's just growing up, you know, so if you want them, you can have them. It's not saying that she can't afford them. It's not saying that that she's not doing well for herself. It's just saying that, well, we have some clothes here that she could wear. Instead of you spending all of that money to buy clothes, right? Instead of you spending all that money to buy clothes and she's just going to grow right out of them, you can take these, right? Well, so if she decided to take those, you know, she hadn't picked them up, but if she decided to take them, it's not like we're going to go brag about and we see the little girl wearing them. Oh, I gave her those clothes. See them clothes? And see, that was one of the things that I was concerned about being young when my mother brought those bags of clothes home. Because I'm thinking like, I'm in school, I'm in elementary school, I'm thinking like, now if I wear that jacket, I go to school, whoever owned that jacket will be able to identify that jacket. I was a thinker. Even as a child, I was a thinker. I always thought things through. And I did not want to get caught out in public wearing somebody else's clothes so that they can point and say, that used to be my jacket. That's my shirt. He's wearing my pants. He's wearing my hand-me-downs. I never want to ever experience that. Now my son decided to go out there and do some weed eating, you know, cutting the grass and whatnot. So that's what that noise is in the background. But anyway, I never wanted to be out in public and somebody is able to identify their clothes and say, those are my clothes right there. I gave them my clothes. They're wearing my hand-me-downs, right? So if you do something in secret, the Most High will reward you openly. You don't brag about what you've done for someone, okay? Even if you have good intentions, you know, it's not necessarily saying when you like those clothes, it don't mean that they need them. It don't mean that they can't afford them. It just means that you have them and maybe someone else could use them. But once you do that, you don't brag about it. But I'm going to end the video because that's quite annoying to me. The window is right there and they got the little weed eater going and buzzing and making noise and messing up my video. So comment, subscribe, feedback, tell me what you think. Now it's starting to fade away. Then I'm getting ready to close the video out. See, that's how it works. Until next time, I'm fearless.